The 49ers have kicked the tires on potentially trading for Lamar Jackson, according to Dan Patrick. This would imply that the 49ers have gone through the proper channels, made the proper phone calls, and maybe had some preliminary discussions about what it would take. Clearly, they're not going to get it done. Maybe it'll happen at the 11th hour, but just the fact that the Niners are interested, considering it, and even have made some calls is significant because they're telling us, forget a big name quarterback. We like a cheap quarterback room, but that's ridiculous. And it's also probably doesn't speak for everyone. It feels like you talk to John Lynch, you get one story. You talk to Kyle Shanahan, you get a second. And you talk to Jed York, you get a third. I want to remind people, at the owners' meeting a month ago, Jed York said that you need, quote, at least a very good quarterback, if not an extremely great quarterback, to win a Super Bowl. He also said that he thinks Trey Lance has a chance to be great. He hasn't said that about any other quarterbacks on this team. Remember, Jed York made Jimmy Garoppolo the highest paid quarterback in the league, the highest paid player in the league, because he thought he had a chance to be great. They turned down Tom Brady in 2020 because they still thought Jimmy Garoppolo had a chance to be great. They traded up for Trey Lance because they decided Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't going to be great and that Trey Lance had a chance. Now, 2 years later, Jed York says Trey Lance hasn't done anything wrong. It's not his fault. But they still don't have a franchise quarterback. And on one hand, you got John Lynch saying, don't worry, Brock Purdy's a franchise quarterback. On the other hand, you got Kyle Shanahan saying, don't worry, I can turn Sam Darnold into a franchise quarterback. He's as good as any quarterback there is. He's got as good of a skill set as there is. And then you got Jed in the middle, who I can imagine is becoming a little frustrated. Well, you said it was Jimmy, I gave you the money. You said it was Trey, I gave you the picks. Now you say it's not Trey after 4 starts, where I still think he can be great, and you're telling me it's Brock with the UCL injury, or it's Sam Darnold who sees ghosts. Over here, the sixth sense over here. From Jed's perspective, if he's really doing what's best for the franchise, he would have to say, call Lamar. See what it would take. And I don't know if John Lynch made the call half-heartedly or really wanted to do it, but good for Jed. Way to stand. If I'm reading this correctly, and this is Jed standing up and saying, hey guys, Kyle, stop spinning your wheels with Sam Darnold. John, get real. You talked yourself into Jimmy Garoppolo as a franchise quarterback. Don't talk yourself into the next Jimmy Garoppolo as the franchise quarterback. Let's really explore all avenues. Let's call the Baltimore Ravens and see what it would take. I applaud the 49ers. It's about time they start thinking like that. I mean, you're the 49ers, not the Arizona Cardinals. Have the highest standards. I understand. Jed York says it. You need a very good quarterback, if not an extremely great quarterback. The search continues. The quest for 6, the quest for one franchise quarterback since Jeff Garcia was run out of town by the Yorks 20 years ago. That would be nice. Lamar Jackson would qualify. The Niners probably won't do it, but Jed, keep the pressure on him.